I saw this quote from somewhere, and I don't know who it was by, but the premise of this quote, or I don't know if it was a quote, it's kind of like a meme, but basically it was stop complicating life. If you have a question, ask. You can ask people for questions. If you're angry or you're in pain, go to the gym. Go exert that energy in a positive way instead of just letting you eat you up. If you love someone, tell them how you feel. And it just said don't complicate life, and it was like those three, and there might have been some more premises, but that's basically the whole gist of it. And I like this quote a lot because and a lot of times we do overcomplicate our life. Let's say you're going through a heartbreak, your girl just dumped you, she cheated on you. Okay, now you feel all this emotion, all this anger, and instead of doing something productive with it, using that energy, channeling it into something good, like going to the gym or working on a business, putting it into constant work ethic, you let it just sit there and eat at you and deteriorate your livelihood. And again, a lot of times life isn't simple, but I feel like a lot of times we overcomplicate things. So I just want to tell you, the listeners, that when we have problems, someone like you, someone like me, when we have problems or we have questions, we're seeking answers, why don't we just ask people, find out the information? Oh, well, I can't. I'm not gonna ask because I'm gonna get embarrassed, or I don't know the right people to ask. We make life a lot complicated than we need to make it. Many, in many situations, and so if you're in a situation where you're struggling with something, just look at it, take a step back, and look at it from a different point of view, and think, am I overcomplicating this situation? And if I am, how can I simplify it? And how would I explain this like to a toddler how to fix it? So let's say a toddler could feel pain and breakup, and they were over emotional and was crying all the time and had a lot of energy. What would you tell the toddler to do? Would you tell them to use this energy to make a mess and to cry over the dinner table and to not eat? No, you would tell them to use it for something productive. I know that was kind of a weird example, but just as the point was to simplify how you're explaining it to yourself. Just simplify life, stop overcomplicating it, and in many instances, this is the case where we overcomplicate things. All is really it's simple, but we just overcomplicate it in our own head.